Art by Sam. La 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 la. Alright, hello my friends. Thank you for joining me today. I am just doing a little robot drawing. I've been in a cyberpunk phase recently. I'm making a cyberpunk world in The Sims 4, and I just played Stray, which is a really fun game. It's pretty easy. I feel like it could have been slightly more challenging, but it was a lot of fun and it was gorgeous. 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 So I wanted to draw a little robot guy, and I had to do my sketch first because I wanted to have a more fleshed out drawing. A lot of the times I feel creative, but I don't take my time on things, and I feel like this turned out so good because I took my time on it. So I'm just trying to take my time with things a little bit more. And I think you can tell. I have the speed to give you an idea of how long this actually took me. I'll have to add up the actual lengths of all the clips. But I have these at 800%. Okay, so these are at 800% speed. If that shows, like, if that gives you any clue as to how slow I'm actually drawing, god damn. I think trying to make videos on YouTube and recording my process is a blessing in disguise because I have a horrible I have a horrible time. What the fuck am I trying to say? I don't realize how long things take me. Damn. What a simple thought to take that long to put in words. Anyways, I always am like, yeah, I work fast once I have an idea, and then I take 2 hours longer than I thought. That's why it's so hard when I'm doing freelance graphic design to price my stuff, because I'll be like, that'll take me 2 hours, 6 hours later. But that's okay. We live and we learn. And that's how you grow, is making mistakes, unfortunately. But I like how this little drawing's coming out. I had another sketch on my iPad, the original sketch, that was very much the robots from Stray. With the little hat, chilling, like leaning more on a building. And I think my iPad died. Like, I was ready to draw. My iPad died, so I was like, why don't I do an actual drawing? It's been a while. Not too long, but I'm trying to get off the iPad. Sometimes. Trying to make sure I make physical art still. And I didn't have my sketch, so I redrew from what I had in my mind. And this robot looks a lot more like, well, not the body. The body is from Stray, but the head is more... No, that's a damn lie. I'm lying to you right now. You can see, I'm sure you can see the resemblance to Stray. I was going to say it's like a Sims robot, but it's nothing like a Sims robot. That's a Stray robot with a little phone on the side of his head. I don't know if this... I'm trying to watch the video so I can talk over it. I was just going to put music, and I feel like that's just kind of boring. Because I always think... I think it might be nice to... Maybe you care what I was thinking when I was drawing this, or why I'm drawing this. Because it's cute, and I'm in a cyberpunk phase. Living my cyberpunk fantasy through art and Sims. But back to what I was saying earlier, I think filming YouTube videos has been a blessing in disguise. Maybe I already finished that thought. Jeez Louise. Bro, get it together. What the frick? I think this is me all the time. This is another reason why it's good to film stuff. I'm not even talking about my art right now, which is the point of this. But I can see how I communicate. Damn, girl. That being said, though, this is exactly why I have to do a voiceover thing, because I want to show my process. I like filming the process of me making my art. I like seeing the work that I put into it. It's kind of validating. I also want to show how much work goes into it, that it's not just like something one and done. But when I have the motivation to do something like this, then I have to set up everything, and if I'm trying to talk and make art, it's not going to work. And so if I want to use my motivation, I have to just use it and just create. Hopefully I can hit record at least, and I'll figure the rest out later, like this. But I'm getting a video out of it, and I get to show my art, and it was a lot of fun, and it took hours and days and hours. I don't remember making the eyes green. Obviously I did. But the colored pencils, like, I did originally plan to have this piece be mixed media, and I wanted to experiment with lighting because that's not something I do often. Definitely not something I do often, and have always kind of struggled with. I definitely still draw. I try to draw lighting, but I doubt that the perspective of it all is correct. So that was the goal of this, was mixed media and practice lighting. Bitch, I didn't do either of those things. I didn't do one of those. I got sucked into blending with the colored pencils because these are awesome colored pencils, and I like using them. And I think I just had a one-track mind, and I was like, colored pencil. Still cool, but not what I set out to do, which is generally how things go in the art world, I suppose. Yeah. But the colored pencils, I'm not going to get them. They come in a box that slides up, and then the top splits in half and it bends back so it stands up on its own, and then your pencils can stand up, and you just have like an on-the-go little pencil stand. And the reason we got it was my boyfriend and I were driving down the street, and there was a coffee table on the side of the road, and I was like, I want that coffee table. It's gorgeous. So I get out, and luckily someone was walking outside, and I made him turn around, and she's walking outside, and I'm like, hi, is this table, like, are you getting rid of this? Is it something I can take? And she's like, yeah, and actually, we have matching side tables that we want to get rid of too. And there's a bunch of stuff. Like, we need to get rid of everything in this house. It was, someone had passed, and the ex-wife was, like, in charge of getting all the stuff. It really was an actual, like, real situation. It sounds made up. It sounds like I helped somebody rob a house. We didn't rob no one. Anyways, the garage was full of stuff. This gentleman that passed used to be a graphic designer, photographer, and an artist. And so he had a bunch of stuff, and these colored pencils were one of them. And I'm glad that I can take something that probably, obviously they weren't used that much. They're pretty full colored pencils. But I like that I am using something still that someone hopefully also used to be creative at one point. But it's fun to draw with colored pencils. It was relaxing. I think it's nice to just go when you're drawing, you know? Go brain dead for a sec and just... you know what I mean? I don't even know what I mean, to be honest, half the time. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to, like, fill up time. Plus, how long is my video gonna be? right now we're at almost about 22 minutes of footage. And I'm at 10 minutes of blabbing, barely coherent sentences. Like, I want to do this stuff so bad. I can't imagine going to an interview. I restarted this video. I recorded and I was like, I hate what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck am I saying? I don't know. That's okay. It's just me. And that's how I've always been. Working on it. I stop yawning. Slap, slap. It is midnight. And I do work tomorrow. And I do have sleepy I do have sleepy time tea. Oh. Ooh. Sleepy time tea. Oh, I'm getting my computer. Oh yeah, I never finished that thought. Okay, as I was saying earlier, I thought it would be fun to save the videos that I was watching while I was coloring this. Just so you can kind of get a sense of what the environment was like when I was making this. Not that that emotion was going into this, or maybe it was subconsciously. I have no clue. Maybe it helped me pick my colors. But I saved most of the videos, I think, that I was watching. So I'll link those below. And I watched some weird shit. So if you don't like scary stuff, or maybe like really intense, like triggering, like triggering crime stories, just like look it up and just see what it is before you watch it, I guess. Oh, that was a pretty big jump cut. I think I got tired of, I think maybe my phone filled up, something happened, and I just had to jump, but I wanted to keep drawing, so I was like, I'm gonna keep working on this. These bricks, I thought that left column, the first column I did, turned out so good, and then you can just, it kind of looks pretty good here, and I think the finished product doesn't look too bad. But I felt like you could tell I was overdrawing the bricks. I was over it. I did not want to draw them anymore. Sometimes it's fun, but this time just was going on for a while. As you can see, I plotted out a little graffiti guy. That is from The Sims. I wanted some Easter egg in there for The Sims, but I also wanted to fill up that space with graffiti on the wall. And I like how the graffiti came out. I do. I suppose I could probably go back and do the lighting on this drawing. I could. the original idea was to have this open sign be glaring a beautiful blue and red light over everything. I did. I'm glad you could join me. I'm gonna play. Ooh, sorry, I smacked you. I'm gonna play you out with some music, but I hope this is maybe somewhat chill to watch, and I hope you like the final drawing. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.